A teenager wearing a "Make America Great Again" hat was attacked at a fast food restaurant, sparking a nationwide controversy. What happened next was truly unexpected and shocking. It was just another ordinary day at a popular burger joint in Texas. Customers were enjoying their meals, chatting with friends, and going about their business as usual. Little did anyone know that a simple piece of clothing would soon ignite a firestorm of debate and lead to unforeseen consequences. A group of teenagers entered the restaurant, laughing and joking as they placed their orders. Among them was a 16-year-old boy named Hunter, who proudly wore a bright red "Make America Great Again" cap. The hat, a gift from his grandfather, held sentimental value for Hunter and represented his family's political beliefs. As the teens settled into their booth, they remained oblivious to the growing tension in the air. Across the room, a man in his 30s couldn't take his eyes off Hunter's hat. His face contorted with anger as he stared at the bold white letters proclaiming, "Make America Great Again." Without warning, the man stood up and stormed towards the group of teens. The restaurant fell silent as customers watched the scene unfold. In a shocking turn of events, the man grabbed a drink from a nearby table and threw its contents directly into Hunter's face. Gasps echoed through the restaurant as everyone tried to process what had just happened. Hunter, stunned and dripping wet, could barely believe what had transpired. His friends looked on in disbelief, unsure of how to react to this sudden act of aggression. But the man wasn't finished. In a final act of defiance, he snatched the "Make America Great Again" hat off Hunter's head and stormed out of the restaurant, leaving behind a trail of shocked onlookers and a group of bewildered teenagers. As Hunter and his friends tried to make sense of the situation, they had no idea that this incident would soon catapult them into the national spotlight. Unbeknownst to them, another customer had captured the entire altercation on video. Within hours, the footage began circulating online, quickly going viral and sparking heated debates across the country. People from all walks of life weighed in on the incident, with opinions ranging from outrage at the assault to support for the man's actions. Hunter, still reeling from the encounter, found himself at the center of a media storm. News outlets clamored for interviews, eager to hear his side of the story. Despite the overwhelming attention, Hunter remained calm and composed, choosing to respond with maturity beyond his years. "I support my beliefs, and if someone disagrees, I'd rather have a conversation about it," Hunter told reporters. "Resorting to violence or stealing someone's property isn't the answer. We need to be able to discuss our differences civilly." As the video continued to spread, it caught the attention of law enforcement. The local police department launched an investigation, determined to identify and apprehend the man responsible for the assault. Meanwhile, the incident sparked a broader conversation about political division and the importance of respectful dialogue. Community leaders and politicians from both sides of the aisle condemned the attack, emphasizing the need for civility in political discourse. The restaurant where the incident occurred also found itself in the spotlight. Management quickly issued a statement condemning the assault and reaffirming their commitment to customer safety. They made it clear that such behavior would not be tolerated, regardless of political affiliation. As the days passed, the story took an unexpected turn. Thanks to the viral video and tips from the public, police were able to identify the man responsible for the attack. In a swift operation, officers arrived at his residence to make an arrest. The man, now facing charges of assault and theft, was taken into custody without incident. As he was led away in handcuffs, onlookers couldn't help but wonder what had driven him to such extreme action. News of the arrest spread quickly, with many praising the efficiency of law enforcement. However, the story was far from over. As more details emerged about the man's background, a complex picture began to form. It turned out that the assailant had been going through a difficult period in his life. Recently unemployed and struggling with personal issues, he had become increasingly frustrated with the political climate. The sight of Hunter's hat had acted as a trigger, causing him to lash out in a moment of anger. While this information didn't excuse his actions, it did provide some context for his behavior. Many began to see the incident as a symptom of deeper societal issues, including economic inequality and political polarization. As the legal process unfolded, Hunter and his family found themselves thrust into the role of reluctant public figures. They received an outpouring of support from people across the country, with many praising Hunter's mature response to the situation. Amidst the chaos, Hunter's grandfather, the one who had given him the "Make America Great Again" hat, reached out to share some words of wisdom. He reminded Hunter of the importance of standing up for one's beliefs while also showing compassion and understanding towards others, even those who disagree. Inspired by his grandfather's advice, Hunter made a surprising decision. He announced that he wanted to meet with his attacker, not to seek revenge, but to have a conversation and try to understand each other's perspectives. This unexpected gesture of reconciliation caught the attention of national media outlets. Many praised Hunter's maturity and willingness to bridge the divide, seeing it as a glimmer of hope in an increasingly polarized society. As arrangements were made for the meeting, anticipation built. Would this encounter lead to understanding, or would it only deepen the rift between two opposing viewpoints? The day of the meeting arrived, and under the watchful eyes of mediators and legal representatives, Hunter came face to face with the man who had assaulted him. The tension in the room was palpable as the two sat down across from each other. What transpired next was nothing short of remarkable. For over an hour, Hunter and the man engaged in a frank and honest conversation. They discussed their beliefs, their fears, and their hopes for the future. While they didn't agree on everything, they found common ground in their desire for a better, more united country. The man apologized profusely for his actions, explaining the personal struggles that had led to his outburst. Hunter, in turn, shared how the incident had affected him and his family. By the end of the meeting, both parties had gained a new perspective on the importance of empathy and understanding. As news of this extraordinary meeting spread, it sparked a nationwide conversation about the power of dialogue and forgiveness. Political commentators, community leaders, and ordinary citizens alike praised Hunter's willingness to reach out to his attacker and seek understanding. The incident that began with an act of aggression had transformed into a powerful lesson in compassion and civil discourse. Schools across the country began using the story as a teaching tool, encouraging students to engage in respectful debates and seek common ground with those who hold different views. In the weeks that followed, Hunter received invitations to speak at various events, sharing his experience and the lessons he had learned. He emphasized the importance of standing firm in one's beliefs while also remaining open to dialogue and understanding. The man who had attacked Hunter also underwent a transformation. As part of his legal settlement, he agreed to participate in community service and anger management programs. He became an advocate for civil discourse, using his own story as a cautionary tale about the dangers of letting political differences lead to violence. As the dust settled, the incident that had begun with a shocking act of aggression had evolved into a powerful story of redemption and reconciliation. It served as a reminder that even in the most divisive times, there is always potential for understanding and growth. The "Make America Great Again" hat that had been at the center of the controversy took on a new significance. No longer just a political statement, it became a symbol of the importance of free speech and the power of forgiveness. Hunter's story continued to inspire people long after the initial incident. He used his platform to encourage young people to become engaged in civic life, emphasizing the importance of informed and respectful political participation. The fast food restaurant where the incident occurred also played a role in promoting unity. They launched a campaign encouraging customers to engage in respectful conversations with those who hold different views, offering discounts to groups who could demonstrate civil political discourse. As time passed, the incident that had once dominated headlines became a case study in conflict resolution and the power of dialogue. Universities and think tanks analyzed the events, drawing lessons about de-escalation techniques and the role of social media in amplifying political conflicts. The local community where the incident took place also experienced positive changes. Inspired by Hunter's example, community leaders organized forums and events aimed at bringing people together across political divides. These gatherings provided a safe space for people to discuss their differences and find common ground. Hunter's family, initially hesitant about the public attention, came to embrace their role in promoting civil discourse. They established a foundation dedicated to fostering understanding between people of different political beliefs, with a focus on youth engagement and education. The police department that had handled the case received recognition for their swift and professional response. They used the incident as an opportunity to strengthen community relations, organizing outreach programs to build trust and understanding between law enforcement and diverse community groups. As the one-year anniversary of the incident approached, plans were made for a special event to commemorate the lessons learned. Hunter and the man who had attacked him agreed to make a joint appearance, sharing their story of conflict and reconciliation. The event, held at the same fast food restaurant where the incident had occurred, drew a large crowd. People from all walks of life came together to hear Hunter and his former attacker speak about their journey from conflict to understanding. As they stood side by side, addressing the audience, it was clear how far they had come. The man expressed his deep remorse for his actions and thanked Hunter for his forgiveness. Hunter, in turn, spoke about the importance of seeing the humanity in those with whom we disagree. The event concluded with a symbolic gesture. Hunter presented the man with a new "Make America Great Again" hat, not as a political statement, but as a reminder of their shared commitment to civil discourse and understanding. As the crowd dispersed, many left with a renewed sense of hope. The incident that had begun with division and anger had transformed into a powerful testament to the possibility of reconciliation and growth. In the days that followed, the story of Hunter and his former attacker continued to spread, inspiring similar acts of reconciliation across the country. People who had been divided by political differences began to reach out to one another, seeking understanding and common ground. The impact of the incident extended far beyond its immediate participants. It sparked a national conversation about the nature of political discourse and the importance of maintaining civility even in the face of deep disagreements. Educational institutions began incorporating lessons from the incident into their curricula. Students were encouraged to engage in respectful debates and to seek out perspectives different from their own. The emphasis was on understanding rather than winning arguments. Political leaders, too, took note of the public's response to the story. Many began to adopt a more conciliatory tone in their rhetoric, recognizing the hunger for unity and understanding among their constituents. Media outlets, which had initially focused on the sensational aspects of the story, began to shift their coverage towards examples of political reconciliation and civil discourse. This change in narrative helped to foster a more constructive national dialogue. As time passed, the incident that had once seemed like a symbol of political division became a touchstone for those seeking to bridge the gap between different ideological camps. It served as a reminder that behind every political belief is a human being worthy of respect and understanding. Hunter, now approaching adulthood, continued to use his platform to promote civic engagement and respectful dialogue. He spoke at schools and community events, encouraging young people to become informed and active citizens while always maintaining respect for those with differing views. The man who had attacked Hunter also continued his journey of growth and redemption. He became an advocate for anger management and conflict resolution, using his own experience as a cautionary tale about the dangers of letting political passions override basic human decency. As the years went by, the story of the teen attacked for wearing a Trump hat became more than just a viral video or a news headline. It became a parable about the power of forgiveness, the importance of dialogue, and the possibility of finding common ground even in the most unlikely circumstances. The incident served as a reminder that behind every political symbol, whether it's a hat, a sign, or a slogan, there are real people with real stories. It underscored the importance of looking beyond labels and seeing the humanity in those with whom we disagree. In a world often divided by political differences, the story of Hunter and his attacker offered a glimpse of what's possible when people choose understanding over anger, dialogue over violence, and reconciliation over revenge. As new political controversies arose and public attention shifted to other issues, the lessons learned from this incident continued to resonate. It remained a powerful example of how a moment of conflict can be transformed into an opportunity for growth and understanding. The "Make America Great Again" hat that had been at the center of the controversy took on a new meaning. For many, it became a symbol not just of a political movement, but of the complex and often challenging process of navigating political differences in a diverse society. The fast food restaurant where the incident occurred became an unlikely pilgrimage site for those interested in civil discourse and conflict resolution. The booth where Hunter had been sitting was marked with a small plaque, serving as a quiet reminder of the events that had unfolded there. As the story continued to be told and retold, it evolved in the public consciousness. What had begun as a shocking act of political aggression had become a nuanced tale about the complexities of human nature, the challenges of political discourse, and the power of forgiveness. The incident sparked academic studies and research projects exploring the psychology of political behavior and the factors that contribute to political polarization. Scholars from various disciplines sought to understand the underlying causes of such conflicts and to develop strategies for promoting more constructive political engagement. In the end, the story of the teen attacked for wearing a Trump hat became more than just a viral video or a news story. It became a touchstone for discussions about civility, political discourse, and the challenges of maintaining unity in a diverse and often divided society. As new generations learned about the incident, they were struck by its enduring relevance. In a world where political divisions often seem insurmountable, the story offered a hopeful reminder that understanding and reconciliation are always possible, even in the most unlikely circumstances. The legacy of this incident continued to inspire individuals and communities to reach across political divides, to engage in respectful dialogue, and to seek common ground. It served as a powerful reminder that behind every political belief and every ideological stance, there are human beings worthy of respect and understanding. In the final analysis, the story of the teen attacked for wearing a Trump hat became a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the enduring power of forgiveness and understanding. It offered a glimpse of what's possible when people choose to see beyond political labels and connect with the shared humanity that unites us all. As the years passed, the incident that began with a shocking attack in a fast food restaurant continued to resonate across the nation. What started as a moment of political division transformed into a powerful lesson about unity, understanding, and the importance of civil discourse. Hunter, the teenager at the center of the controversy, grew into a respected advocate for political engagement and respectful dialogue. His attacker, having faced the consequences of his actions, became an unlikely ally in promoting conflict resolution and anger management. The Make America Great Again hat, once a flashpoint for controversy, evolved into a symbol of the complex nature of political expression in a diverse society. It served as a reminder that behind every political statement lies a human story worthy of understanding and respect. The fast food restaurant where the incident occurred became an unexpected landmark, hosting events that brought people together across political divides. The local community, inspired by the story, continued to lead the way in fostering understanding between different political viewpoints. As new political challenges arose, the lessons learned from this incident provided a framework for approaching disagreements with empathy and openness. Schools, universities, and community organizations incorporated these lessons into their programs, nurturing a new generation of engaged citizens committed to constructive dialogue. In the end, the story of the teen attacked for wearing a Trump hat became more than just a viral video or news headline. It became a touchstone for discussions about civility, political discourse, and the enduring power of forgiveness. It offered hope that even in times of deep division, there is always potential for understanding, growth, and reconciliation. The legacy of this incident continues to inspire individuals and communities to reach across political divides, engage in respectful dialogue, and seek common ground. It stands as a powerful reminder that behind every political belief and ideological stance, there are human beings worthy of respect and understanding. This unexpected journey from conflict to reconciliation serves as a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the transformative power of empathy and forgiveness. It offers a glimpse of what's possible when people choose to see beyond political labels and connect with the shared humanity that unites us all. As society continues to grapple with political differences, the story of Hunter and his attacker remains a beacon of hope, reminding us that even the most divisive moments can become opportunities for growth, understanding, and positive change.